Hi everyone, it's Kelly at Unisys, and in today's topic on narcissism, I'm going to talk about stonewalling, which I'm sure everybody's experienced because it's really common. So stonewalling is when people won't speak to you. It can happen in all sorts of relationships, at work, at school, at home, with intimate partners. Anybody can do it. And what does it look like? So it's someone stopping speaking to you. They don't respond to you. They might turn away from you when you're speaking. They might engage in other activities or act busy. They might refuse to answer questions. They might interrupt you or stop you from finishing your sentences. They might say the same thing over and over again, no matter what the question is. So they'll just repeat. They might say this conversation is over when you don't think it is. They might pretend not to hear you or ignore you outright, and they will deflect any responsibility and blame you rather than discussing the issue. They might also physically leave, so they might go out and not tell you when they're coming back. That could be for minutes, hours, days, weeks, months. Then it turns into ghosting, doesn't it? And they will not respond to your texts or your phone calls. All of that is signs of stonewalling, and I'm sure everybody's experienced it. So you might think, well, that's not really abuse, that's just normal. But it actually is very unhealthy, and being ignored like that, like one of your basic needs is to be is to interact with other people. And so when someone stops speaking to you, it can really affect your nervous system and put you out of kilter. And so if that happens a lot, then it can really make you ill, like not only like your mental health in terms of anxiety and depression, but also that can then lead into physical health issues as well. um I think everybody's done it as well. So if that's you and you recognize that you have um displayed this behavior, it's important to be kind to yourself and not give yourself a hard time and not beat yourself up, because that's counterproductive. But I think it is a learned behavior, and if it's a learned behavior, you can unlearn it. So I know for myself, sometimes if I'm in a situation where there's a lot of conflict or there's a confrontation, I can get overwhelmed, and in the past that has meant I've shut down and not communicated. Usually when I feel like it doesn't matter what I say, I'm wrong, and we're not moving forward, so I just shut down. Um, Now what I do, I think I've realised that that's not a healthy way to respond, and it frustrates the other person as well. So what I do now is I'll say, I need some space. Um, Give me some space, and then we can come back and talk about this when I'm feeling more calm. And that is what I do. And I think that's a much better way of dealing with it. Um, just to say this is too emotional, and then come back to it with a more calm. And then you have time to think about what you're going to say and how you're going to say it, and you don't say things in anger as well. So if you have experienced this kind of behavior and it's really impacting on your anxiety levels, then counseling can help. And I'm going to put the book link in the comments, unless you're on Instagram, in which case it's in the bio. I also have an amazing bundle of meditations, which are all about self-love, feeling worthy, and unstoppable courage. And those will help to regulate your nervous system when you've been feeling emotional, or if you've been what people call triggered. So you've been in your fight, your flight, or your fawn response. That's quite a normal response to danger or what your body perceives as danger. So if you've been in that situation, the meditation's going to help you regulate your emotions, bring you back down to that calm level of being able to think rationally again and feel a lot better. But it's got positive affirmations as well, because when you've been in a situation where there's conflict, there's emotional abuse or narcissism is present, then you've probably got a load of negative self-talk in your head. So you'll have their voice, whoever has been telling you you're not good enough, however that sounds, whatever words they use, that will be in your head, and it'll come out every time you're trying to do something, and it'll get in the way. So these meditations have some positive affirmations, and that will interrupt the your negative thought processes. So you can get that. I'm going to put that in the comments as well, the link for that in the comments, and also if you're on Instagram, it'll be in the bio. Thanks for listening.